んにちは。おはようございます。お久しぶりのおはぽてとでございます。知らなくはないんだけどさ、配信の設定をね、いつも再利用してるから、自動的にこう最後の配信が何日だったかなっていうのが見れるんだけれども、最後に朝配信したのね、12月27日だった。年明け前だったね。じゃあ私もう2週間もサボってたんだと思って。ちょっと先週はいろいろバタバタしてたりでやれなかったくて、でもそっか、年始はみんなが休みだから私も休んじゃおうと思って休んじゃったんだよね。これはなんか YouTube がエラー入ってるけど大丈夫かな。大丈夫と信じて突き進みますか。ということで今日はさ、モンハンがやりたくてつい最近アイスボーンに入ったじゃないですか。なんか見てくれてる人は知ってると思うんだけど、最近アイスボーンに入ってモンハンがやりたくて仕方ない。フリークエストとかさ一気に増えたからモンハンがやりたくて、なので今日はもう目標30分で終わらせるいつもだいたい長引いちゃうんだけどさ。ということで今日は最近抱えてる英語の質問をいくつかして終わりにしようかなと思っております。話が脱線する可能性もあるけど、それはそれ、これはこれということでね。ちょっと GPT だから音あるとこ。よし。Hello. Today I want to ask you about English grammar. I'm having a question right now. What's the difference between compared to and compared with? Can you describe that?
Sure. Compared to is often used when highlighting similarities between things. Compared with is typically used for highlighting differences. In practice, people use them interchangeably, but that's the subtle distinction.
So, for example, if I wanted to say that's easier for me compared to other stuff. Is it right?
Yes, that's correct. You'd say, that's easier for me compared to other stuff. Good job.
Okay, then, if I say, that's the difficult language compared with Japanese and Korean. Is it right?
Yes, that's right. You can say that's a difficult language compared with Japanese and Korean. Great job.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, recently I'm feeling like I'm lack of vocabulary when I speak English, so I want to somehow improve my English vocabulary. So today I'm planning to discuss something with you. Can you give me some theme to discuss?
Of course. We can talk about travel, food, hobbies, or current events. Which one interests you the most?
Okay, then maybe travel.
Great choice. We can discuss your favorite travel destinations or places you'd love to visit. Do you have a dream destination?
Yes, but before start our discussion, I want to say something. Well, if there is any adjustment in my sentence, please tell me about the adjustment, and could you modify my sentence?
Absolutely. I'll help you with any adjustments and suggest improvements as we go along.
So I'm sorry, what was the question?
No worries. I asked if you have a dream destination you'd love to visit. Do you have any place in mind?
Yes. Now I want to travel to the Italy and Paris.
That sounds amazing. You could say, I want to travel to Italy and Paris. What attracts you most of those places?
For example, Italy. Actually, my best friend here is from Italy, so I really want to know how is the place that my friend raised up, and yes, and I really want to eat some Italian food, especially seafood, because after I came to Germany, I barely eat seafood, so I really miss them. So I want to eat a lot of fresh seafood, and I want to see the beautiful scenery that my friend had raised up.
That's wonderful. You could say, my best friend is from Italy, so I'm eager to see where they grew up. I also eat a lot of fresh seafood and enjoy the beautiful scenery. Italy has so much to offer. And what about Paris? What draws you there?
Because I think that Paris is well known for its beautiful scenery and its art place. Because Paris is known for its artistic culture. I think Paris is always center of the culture of arts. Any arts, for example, painting, cinema. So I mean films and so on.
Absolutely. You could say Paris is renowned for its beautiful scenery and rich artistic culture. It's a center for... It's truly a dream for art lovers. It sounds like you have some fantastic reasons to visit both Italy and Paris.
Yes, it is.
Whenever you're ready, I'm here to help you plan your next adventure.
Yeah, thank you. Well, yeah, I'm fascinated by Paris just because of it's famous for there's famous for its artificial culture and the beautiful scenery. Actually, I don't know much about Paris. Can you recommend the place that I have to visit?
Certainly. In Paris, you should definitely visit the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, and Notre Dame Cathedral. Each place offers a unique glimpse into the city's history and culture.
I think I will visit there. I will visit those three places. But could you tell me somewhere like specific, like not that tourist, more like unique and how can I say unique?
Sure. You could explore the charming Montmartre district, known for its artistic vibe and lovely cafes. Also, consider visiting Canal Saint-Martin, a picturesque area loved by locals for its relaxed atmosphere.
Canal what?
Canal Saint-Martin. It's a beautiful canal area in Paris that's perfect for a leisurely walk and has a more local feel compared to the major tourist spots.
Okay, thank you. And I heard that the people in French don't like to speak English. Even we speak to them in English, they answer to us in French. Do you know that is that true or not?
It's not universally true. Many Parisians speak English and are willing to help, especially if you start with the polite bonjour. It's always appreciated if you try a few words in French first.
Can you tell me some useful words in French?
Sure. Bonjour means hello, merci means thank you, and s'il vous plaît means please. These simple phrases can go a long way.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And in French, there's only few toilets, so there's only few restrooms in the town. Actually, it's similar. That's a similar thing in Germany as well. But I heard that in French, they have less restaurant than in Germany. Is that true?
Public restrooms can be less common in France, especially compared to some other countries. It's always a good idea to plan ahead or use facilities in cafes and restaurants.
Okay.
If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
I'm finding a word, something that I can say unique and specific and not well known, but good in a way. Do you know the words for that?
You might be thinking of hidden gem. It describes something unique and special that isn't widely known.
Hidden gem?
Yes, hidden gem means something wonderful that isn't well known. It's perfect for describing unique spots or experiences.
For example, if it's in Japanese, 知る人ぞ知る is the exact word that I want to say.
Yes, exactly. Hidden gem has a similar nuance to shiru hito zo shiru in Japanese. It describes something known and appreciated by those who are in the know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have any other topics that I can discuss?
Sure, we can discuss hobbies, favorite books or movies, or even your experiences living in Germany. Anything you like.
Okay, I think the most unique experience in Germany is transportation service. It's awful here. It's the transportation service in Germany is horrible.
It sounds like you've had some challenges with it. What makes the transportation service difficult for you?
The transportation service always has a delay. Besides, they don't explain what's the reason of that, and they don't even tell us before something happens. For example, if there is obvious delay with the train plan, that they don't tell us before, like they only tell us only before 5 minutes, only 5 minutes before the train came.
That sounds really frustrating. Delays and lack of communication can make travel difficult. Have you found any ways to work around it?
Any what?
I meant, have you found any solutions or ways to make your commute easier despite the delays?
Yeah, I always have to find a solution for that, but it's always frustrated. Besides, I can't speak German and I can't understand German so fluently. So it's always challenging for me. But I have to solve it somehow.
That must be tough. It's great that you're finding ways to cope. Maybe using translation apps or asking for help from others could make it a bit easier. You're doing great managing everything.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, sometimes I ask people that what's going on, or does the train completely stopped today or something. And yeah, sometimes I also ask by someone that what's going on, or which train should I take, or which destination does this train goes, or is this train goes towards this destination or something like that. And yeah, I think for example here, I think in Germany, but compared to Japan, here is a lot of foreigners. Here's a lot of foreigners compared to Japan. So I think a lot of foreigners tend to help each other, because we know the struggle that we know the struggle of language. Well, language obstacle. So we foreigners always helping each other. You are just my sentences.
Of course. You could say, sometimes I ask people if the train has stopped or which train I should take. In Germany, there are many foreigners, so we tend to help each other because we understand the struggle of language barriers. It's wonderful that there's a supportive community.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And yeah, but still, the transportation service is so frustrated.
I can imagine. Hopefully, with time, it gets easier to navigate. You're doing great.
Yeah, yes. On the other hand, that means they don't have too much pressure on them works. So I think that's a good point because a lot of Japanese people feels too much pressure on their work. So on that point, this culture is good for the workers. Did you hear me?
That's a great perspective. It's important to find a balance and appreciate the positives. Different cultures definitely have their strengths.
Yeah, I think the most Japanese people works. The most of Japanese people.
All about finding.
The most of Japanese people work too much. Do you alive?
Konnichiwa. Choushi wa.
Hello? Hello? Okay, it's gone. 振り返りましょうか。今日の話した内容を。Hidden gem. Hidden gem. Hidden gem. It describes something unique and special that isn't widely known. Phew. Hello? Oh,
Hi there. What's on your mind?
I forgot the phrase for the when I want to go back to the last topic. What do you say when you want to go back the last topic?
I think you're looking for circling back or going back to what we were talking about. Does that sound right?
Yeah, thank you. Then I'd like to go back to the topic what we're talking about. I'm still thinking about compared to and compared with, and I came up with a good example for compared with.
That's great. Let's hear your example for compared with.
Yes. Just give me a second.
Take your time. What's the example you came up with?
Compared with Japanese and Korean, the pronunciation is more difficult than the Korean pronunciation is more difficult than Japanese.
That's a solid example. You could also say, compared with Japanese, Korean pronunciation is more difficult. comparison clear and concise. Great job.
I can't get your example. If that sentence, which language is more difficult?
Good question. In the sentence, compared with Japanese, Korean pronunciation is more difficult. It means Korean pronunciation is harder than Japanese pronunciation. Does that clear it up?
Yes, it is.
Haha, love that enthusiasm. You're getting the hang of it.
What's the meaning of you getting the hang of it?
It means you're starting to understand or become good at something. Like saying, you're learning and improving.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting hang of it.
You nailed it. Great job using it in a sentence.
So there's a comma, right? Compared with Japanese comma, Korean is more difficult.
Yes, that's correct. You would use a comma. Compared with Japanese, Korean is more difficult. It makes the sentence easier to read.
Yeah, I was a bit confused because I thought that there's an N between Japanese and Korean. So compared with Japanese and Korean, it's more difficult. So I was so confused. What is this sentence? But now I get it.
I see what you mean. The sentence compared with Japanese and Korean, it's more difficult. Would suggest you're comparing both Japanese and Korean together to something else, but it doesn't quite sound right in this case. You could clarify by saying, compare with both Japanese and Korean, something is more difficult if you're comparing a third language or concept to both of them. I'm glad it's clearer now. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. Glad it's all making sense now.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Actually today I gotta play Monster Hunter, so sadly it's unfortunately I have to go right now.
Sounds like a fun game. Hope you have a great time hunting monsters. Catch you later.
Thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.
You're welcome. Enjoy your game and see you soon. Bye.
ちょっと早いんですけれども、私はモンスターハンターをしなければならないので、こんなもんで今日は終わりにしようと思います。今日のね、一番聞きたかった compared to と compared with の違いを確認できたので、よしとします。なんかさ、私よく何かと比較したいときに compared to をよく使ってたんだけど、あれそういえば compared with っていう言い方もあったよなと思って、ちょっと混乱してたんですよね。でも待って。compared to はused when highlighting similarities between things. Compared with is typically used for highlighting differences. In practice, people use them interchangeably, but that's the subtle distinction. そんな変わんないよって言ってるよね、これ。Yes, that's correct. That's easier for me compared to other stuff. That's a difficult language compared with Japanese and Korean.これも別に間違いじゃないよね。これを一緒くたにしてるだけで That's の That's に何かしらの言語が第三の言語が入るわけだ、ここに。いや compared with と compared to はそんなに違いはないんだけれども 共通点を強調するときに compared to を使う傾向にあって、compared with は違いを強調するときに使われやすいってこと？ compared to まあ比較してっていうのが近いのかな。compared to はで compared with 一緒だわ比べると比較してかなと思ったんだけど、あれ一緒だわ。わかんなくなってきちゃったでもこれでも言えるから That's easier for me compared to other stuff。 でもいけるって言ってるから、まあそんな違いないんだろうね。そんな違いないってここでも言ってるし。今度ネイティブにも聞いてみる。compared to と compared with の使い分けを今度ネイティブにも聞いてみようかな。私はね、なんかこう言いやすで compared to って言いがちなんだけど、compared with だとなんか一回さ、口を横に広げないといけないからさ、言いにくかったりするんだよね、個人的には。だから compared to を使いがちなんだけど、違いを強調するときは compared with の方がいいらしいね。だからなんかこれとこれを比べてますよって時はもしかしたら compared with がいいのかもしれない。今度からそっちを使うようにしようかな。まあいいや。ということで私はモンハンをやらなきゃいけないので今日はこんなもんで早いんですけれども30分しかやってないけど、まあやることが大事ということで今日はこんなもんで終わりにしようと思います。明日はねドイツ語をやろうかなと思ってて、明日はドイツ語がっつり配信していきます。そろそろちゃんと勉強しないといけない。結構しばらくねドイツ語の勉強サボってたから久しぶりにテキストを進めていこうかなと思います。頑張る本当にということで今日はこんなもんで、なんかさ29分で終わるのちょっとやだな。何秒あんの？あと30分まで。せめてもう時間ないじゃん。もう30分になるわ。ということで30分になるまでちょっと続けようかな。3210くらいかな。30分になりましたということで、本日の配信はこれで終わりにしようと思います。皆さんも compared with ぜひ違いを意識して使ってみてください。私はあんまり違いが分かりませんでしたということで今日はこんなもんでバイバーイ